What's up, metalheads, freaks, and geeks? Let's do some hippie jacking.
Gotta cut all this shit up into firewood size.
It wasn't too difficult, was it? Yeah. Just got to do things differently. The reason I was sitting down is because I've been doing this shit all week, cleaning up my yard, getting up and down, and my knee's getting a little tricky and weak from overexertion. So I have to do things slow and methodical, so I'm not basically killing myself and blowing out my knee. Can't have that. But yeah, I've been I gotta clear out all that brush over there. Basically pull those out by hand. And some I just lop off with my cutters and stuff. I just take them down. But yeah. You can see all this stuff over here with like leaves growing on it. They gotta all come out. Then I gotta move that pile of dirt over there. And get rid of that. And then there's a hole over here that I need to fill in. It was a test hole for drainage when I got my septic tank put in to see how fast the water would drain so that they can put in my leach field. These blue things popped up. These blue things that are over here in the ground right here. And then back over there, that's my leach field for my septic tank. Right there's my septic. But I don't know if you can see that hole. Right, yeah. But yeah, it's about 1.5 feet deep actually. It's hard to see it, but yeah. I got trees over there. I still got trees back in there I gotta get out. I gotta cut up all this shit. And then I gotta cut up those over there that I have over there, like 8 logs over there. And there's quite a few more trees I still need to take down. All the ones with the dead tops and stuff. But yeah, man. This is what I gotta do this afternoon. Cut all this shit up. And get it cleaned up, man. Amputee with a chainsaw. Doesn't get any better than that, man. Will he slip? Will he fuck up? Or will he get the job done? You decide. But I'll say love, peace, hippie grease. Thanks for watching, man, and be cool. Later.